The media has gone haywire these past few days over the comments made by Kirsten Dunst. Her comments on the A24 film Alex Garland's Civil War have sparked outrage across every tribe and clan of the woke media. And she doesn't seem to be relenting on her newfound courage to speak the hard truths to those who are desperately in need of the severe bluntness of reality. Her refusal to acknowledge the correlation between a fictitious movie character portrayed by Nick Offerman in the just-released movie and the 45th President Donald Trump was not welcomed in the woke society. Her decision has not sat well with them because of how desperate they are to tag every fascist and dictatorial leader as a clear description of Donald Trump. The 41-year-old has also found herself in the midst of a media outrage over more comments she made regarding the Israel-Hamas war, but still, she is hell-bent on staying true to her own opinions for once. Welcome to this channel. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel to stay updated on our latest video. Let's get into today's video. For far too long, the woke community has used the mass media and the press to censor and police the fundamental right of free speech that should be freely expressed by every American. The use of media control has put the freedom to have an opinion at risk in these present times. It is quite heartwarming to see celebrities once in a while going against such censorship to speak their minds on issues and really say what they think and feel instead of what they are told or expected to say. Kirsten Dunst has recently taken off the gag over her mouth and said enough to the woke media, regardless of what the consequences may be. As we all know, the celebrities and stars of Hollywood are majorly at risk of the media antics of the woke machine. When it comes to the issue of opinions, the woke media decides what is acceptable and what isn't. While promoting her next film, the Alex Garland's Civil War, an A24 film, Dunst shared her thoughts on the main character of the film, played by Nick Offerman, a fascist leader of a dystopian America with two warring factions in the country. She herself plays the role of Lee, a photojournalist in this dystopian and dysfunctional world between the two factions. The main character, according to the woke media, was created with inspiration taken from the 45th President of the United States. His undemocratic and fascist tendencies ultimately lead to civil war. And it seems Dunst, who was an actress in the movie, was expected to lend her voice to this assertion, but she gave them such a disappointing answer by clearly stating and insisting that the main character has no connection in any way with Donald Trump. It's funny how these days a simple difference in opinion like this can actually cause media outrage and threats of cancellation and censorship. The media machine today has become a tool to make celebrities, particularly in Hollywood, cower to the demands and dictates of certain people. They aim to create a society where no one is allowed to share a different opinion and everyone is to bow down in reverence to the misguided belief of a loud minority. And this is not democracy. We should be glad that people like Kirsten Dunst, knowing the danger and consequences of saying what they think, still go ahead to say it anyway, not minding what happens. Dunst even mentioned in the interview about the lack of choice in the industry and how actors now have to be scared of losing agents, all because of a difference in political views and opinions. We need to separate the craft from the politics once and for all. We need to be encouraged to speak our minds and stop the woke machinery from completely taking over and turning everyone in Hollywood, basically into mindless puppets too scared to say the truth. When Nick Offerman himself was interviewed about his role in the movie and about his character's correlation with President Trump, he gave a detailed answer stating that such correlation and connection did not even come up. He went further to demolish the expectations of the woke media by stating how unrelated the movie is to any faction of American politics. The media would have enjoyed it more if the movie painted a certain ideology or faction as evil and mindlessly fascist in the movie. They would have enjoyed it if it stoked the fires of division and separation already eating into the nation. But we can only imagine how frustrated and disappointed the woke media was when the main cast of the movie decided not to toe this part at all and say nothing but the truth instead of what they are normally used to. He went further to talk about how the movie transcends the division and partisan politics of today's country and bluntly refused to point fingers at anyone, particularly President Trump, as the inspiration for the fascist aristocrat in the movie Civil War. This was, of course, to the dismay of the woke community, who by now would have blacklisted him and Dunst as the next potential victims for media cancellation. The extent the media and woke community are willing to go to push their agenda is actually scary, and every genuine citizen of this nation should be worried. The fascist actions most of the time are carried out by the woke media, who ceaselessly try to control and contain the entire population, desiring to bend everyone and anyone to their will. Even Donald Trump is a huge victim of how far the woke media and its agencies can go to destroy someone who is not considered a spectacle in their good books. Anyone who says what he or she truly believes is an enemy of the woke press, as long as what he says is contrary to their own ideologies. But until more people like Dunst and Offerman wake up and stand up for what they believe, this weapon of mass bullying and censorship will not stop. Dunst was also dragged for her comments on the Israel-Hamas conflict, where it also seems that having a certain opinion not in line with popular media has become a major crime in today's era. Her support for Glazer in his recent speech on the war in Gaza also sparked media outrage against her for not joining those denouncing his speech. She stated that her interpretation of his speech was that genocide is bad. But it seems like they didn't take this too well. By now, we should all be able to clearly see that the woke media is not really after the right speech. They are instead after the control and censorship of what we say. They are essentially after our civil rights, the right to freely express our opinions. They are after power and control, and we must not allow them to have their way. Today it has become a norm to find celebrities who have worked hard to build their careers lose it all because they told the truth. Today it is becoming illegal to teach your kids basic biology. It is becoming illegal to demand that men stay out of female sports, and the media is the major tool used by the woke army to propagate their false ideology, and we must not fall for it. When stars like Kirsten Dunst risk it all to speak out against this menace, it shows how really endangered our freedom has become. If in the blink of an eye, movie stars are relegated and canceled all because of comments, it shows how unsafe the media space has become. One truth is that the media and press have become too powerful, and the woke media has capitalized heavily on this to abuse the media. Dissemination of information has largely been bastardized to favor one political ideology and demonize the others. If you've not subscribed to the channel yet, please do so you can be notified whenever we upload new videos. It's obvious that Kirsten Dunst understands the dangers of holding a contrary opinion to what the media desperately wants the public to believe. But it's quite heartwarming to see that she realizes the impact of the truth on the people. Everyone on the woke side expected that a movie of a fascist U.S. president would ridicule and mirror President Trump, but really we can only imagine the frustration amongst the woke community when even the cast on the movie denied any correlation and connection with the 45th president. It's quite commendable to still find such bravery in the Hollywood today, because the woke media has invested a lot in scaring everyone and getting the world to swallow their opinions on every issue that affects the country. But we will not cower or be silenced. This is our country, and we must do everything in our power to see it prosper and relish in the joy of democracy that was fought for and won by our founding fathers. Thank you so much for sticking around till the end, and we'll see you in the next video.